Good morning, everybody. Anyone else see Van Damme? I mean, Lowenfield? You come like he named Van Damme. Missing in action. You're running. You're running. Run. Let me see how long you can run for boss. I tell you. I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. Let it buff you up and we can jail you. I told you so. Now, I'm extremely happy that finally somebody listening to me. And court proceedings can be taking place to put some of these people in jail. Good move. Thank you, PPP. Thank you. Let me see who else willing to thief for the APNU AFC. Let us see who else is going to try to pull the stunts that Lowenfield and Mingo pull. Run, Lowenfield, run. Moon just run till they catch him. Run. We can catch you. And we can jail you. All on land, you're collecting Linden and Imoko. We can take them back. Them is bribe. Bribe for you to help thief the election for them. Now, when we collect you, we can find those documents for those 47 boxes. Because remember, you tell Nandalal more than one occasion you have them. And I know, as well as the people of the country know, that you have them. And you hide them because you want to disenfranchise the voters from those boxes. But we will find them. We can go back to the presiding officer, then to the DEO, then Mingo, and then straight back to you. There's a next set of jail for you. Hiding public documents. Right? So we can deal with you, boss. Mingo, look out. You next. You next, Mingo. We coming for you too. Don't believe you sitting down and nothing will happen to you. Coming to you just now. Moving on from the thief, Lowenfield. I see we name not sure Duncan, the next one. Christopher Jones. Last night saying that, oh man, you mean to tell me that we can spend 33 days counting those ballots, going through the boxes, and when we finish you want to tell me that we can only count the votes? Yes, we can only count the votes. And insulting the intelligence of the Guyanese people. How the insulting the intelligence of the Guyanese people? By only counting the votes. Now, Mr. Jones, I want you to tell me how we could do something with the I forgot the name. The observation report. When Yale had no evidence about nothing went on. Therefore, the documents, we know Lowenfield have them. Talking about who did and who migrated. Now, why none of the observers or none of the rest of the party members could not see those sticks where you are claiming was out of the country and dead? You should explain to the public why the supervisor for the counting station and the Lowenfield say the observers them and the other representatives cannot see those sticks where you are claiming was out of the country or dead. Is that a coincidence? Now, if y'all had any evidence, or if y'all had any claims to y'all said to be true, that y'all went on the field and people tell y'all these people were dead or outside of the country, and the field officers them would have sent Aubrey Norton and the rest of y'all, he names them, and who was dead and who outside of the country. Then you would be specific with those names, because you have them already. Why you calling out 150 names and only getting 2 tick when you already have the names of these people who was out of the country? Then you would have called, okay, Andy, Christopher Jones, Shara Duncan, Aubrey Norton. Was them out of the country? Did they vote? Yes or no? If yes, everybody look. Andy vote, look, he take there. Shara Duncan vote, look, he take there. Right? Nobody going to see if the people then vote who y'all was claiming. Only y'all and GCOM staffs. Come on. Is that a normal thing? Is that normal? Come on, Christopher Jones. Come on. Tell the people them the whole story. Tell them as to why nobody else going to see the tick that these people who you are claiming outside of the country are dead and they vote. Why nobody else going to see the name take off on the list at the set time when you was claiming these things happen? And you come and sit down there, if we think you should sit down there and accept, of course you should sit down there and fucking accept. You expect we to sit down here and accept y'all coming up with all kind of allegations and trying to thief the election, and we should sit down here and accept that? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Explain to us why nobody else going to see the tick. If y'all had the names them, that these people dead and migrated, there would have been names already. So before you call it 150 names, I hear y'all call it from a box that they had no vote inside. Where the names them was where y'all get? Where y'all field officer sent to y'all. Then you should specifically be calling out those names that your field officer sent to y'all. And not no fishing expedition or no wild goose chase calling 150 names only because you want because it's set for GCOM staff to say yes, 2 or 3 of them they vote and nobody couldn't see. Come on, Christopher Jones. You expect we to sit down here and believe them fuck? Who y'all think y'all? Who really insulting the intelligence of who? Eh? Who? Remember from the starting, and Ali say y'all had an investigation going on. Up to now, this is 4 months plus, no evidence could produce. What happened to this story where Aubrey Norton said somebody tell he in the PPP stronghold that the PPP was paying them to vote, and an investigation was going on for that, because you had to wait until the person finished voting before you can launch it, do a proper investigation. 4 months now since the person who tell you so finished voting, Aubrey Norton. What happened to the story? Okay, nothing yet. We ain't hear back nothing about that. Right? We didn't hear nothing about that again. Next thing I hear Christopher Jones saying that not one of these person who come forward and said I was in the country went to the police to confirm. Which one of them who y'all claim was out of the country, y'all produce evidence to the police or to GCOM that they was out of the country and vote? Which one? Why you want the people them to come to the police? It's the same people them who y'all take off the name. So definitely y'all feel agents went to them people. The same people them who the field agents send a name to y'all, we y'all make y'all list with, y'all field agents went to them already. So y'all know them. Why y'all ain't continue the investigation to find out if these people was in the country or not? And they would have make your case stronger. Because if you say these people was out of the country, and the same people them come and said I was in the country, and you go and find out that one of them lying, that they either get paid or they're supporting the PPP and they come out a lie that they was in the country when they was out, or it's not them name you put on the list. Just one. And they would have showed that the PPP trying to thief the election. That the PPP paying people to do these things. That these people are lying to support the PPP. None of that happened now. Y'all feel agents don't know where these people live. Either when they were ready. The commissioner of police is the head of the immigration. He couldn't to send somebody to investigate. Because his name was Colin. That he trying to help y'all thief the election by giving a wrong names on the list. Who he said was out of the country, and the people that was in the country did not even have a passport. Now, he is the head of police. Why he didn't launch an investigation to clear his name? That the PPP lying on him. That the list where he give was official. None of the two y'all do that. Now, that would have showed that the PPP lying. Just one of them you have to go by, you know. One. Just one of them. Video them that they're lying, and put the video on social media for the world to see. Just how them PPP put them on social media for the world to see they was in the country. And the list where the commissioner of police said he confirmed was out of the country, the people them still there. Why y'all didn't do the same thing to expose the PPP that they was thieving? Or they was paying these people and these people lying. People have to come to the police. Did the police went to them before they confirmed the name on the list? Did the police went to them and asked them if they was out of the country or not? No. Now, look at it. The same people who you claim was out of the country, showing up in the country. The same people who name was objecting to in the recount. Nobody could see the tick, whether they vote or they didn't vote. Now the CEO, who was the man who in charge of the whole process, the recounting process, saying that nobody else can see the tick except the APNU AFC or GCOM. And that is a transparent process. Christopher Jones, is that a transparent process, or do you think that is the right thing to do? That you objecting to a name and I cannot get to verify whether it's true or not, and you coming out there and say that if people think you should sit down and accept, do you think we should sit down and accept? That is the question, sir. That is the question. Y'all should be asking your leaders if they think the PPP supporters would sit down and accept the kind of fuck they're trying to put y'all out there to say before y'all come out there and say them. It can't go down the road. Now, the observation report is something that GCOM cannot deal with. You might not know that, but your leaders them do. Them know for a fact that what they're claiming is not true. That GCOM cannot do nothing with the observation report. Is to take the court in an election petition. Now I'll see a next video with Lowenfield saying that it's impossible for someone to impersonate a next person and vote for them. It's impossible. Lowenfield, how is it possible in 2020 when it was not possible in 2015? How? When I go in and vote for Lowenfield, I have to first look like Lowenfield. I have to answer questions like, what is my mother last name? Or what is my mother middle name? What is my date of birth? And all these questions before I could get to vote for Lowenfield. Lowenfield said it himself, it is highly impossible for me to impersonate him. How is it possible in 2020? Lowenfield. Oh, you are saying that the presiding officer turning chair in a direction, and because the counting agents would be 1 mile away, and the APNU AFC agents then would be 2 miles away, so they couldn't see exactly what was going on. Who you are telling them things to? Everybody was in a little small room, on a table, around a table, and everybody have the same information. How is it possible now? Now, last year you were saying, Lowenfield, that the CEO have to follow directions from the commissioners, from the chair of GCOM. How come you saying now that you is a constitution officer and you don't have to follow no directions from them? How the change from you following direction to you don't following direction in 2020? How is them things that possible, sir? The rules of the game change and nobody else know except you. Hello, Infield? You can answer to those questions, boss. We can jail you. Now, I ain't hear nobody come out saying nothing about you hiding from the law. If you got proof, or if the APNU AFC telling you that you on the right track and what you doing, why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? I can tell you why he hiding. He hiding because the APNU AFC did not want him to go to court, and the court tell him that he cannot continue the process of producing the report. Right? Because the APNU AFC already know that if he don't go to court, the court will summons him and he will have a later court date. So he can still be outside without a restriction of continuing his job. So they can still use him to do a report what they want him to do. This is why the APNU AFC advise him not to collect no court order or whatsoever it is, and don't show up in court. That is why, because they don't want the court to restrict him from continuing. Right? There's the reason why he didn't show up in court. Them thing is little children games, AP and UFC. You can't fool nobody with them stripping is there. Right? Now we're gonna see what Clara Singh is going to do to Lowenfield. If he will be suspended because he have criminal charges against him in court. And therefore he should not be working for the public anymore. Right? So he should be suspended until further notice. Or even be fired. Good. Now, if Clara Singh says she want to fire him, or she want to suspend him, they can come out and fight that the case, nobody proved that what they're claiming against Lowenfield is true. And no ruling come out of the court yet to say Lowenfield do none of these things. So they put him in a situation to continue. Right? This is what AP and Young come out with. And saying his allegations in court. And he was not convicted or charged of any wrongdoing. So therefore, he is not a criminal at the moment. So He's free to continue the process. This is what I'm going to come with. But we can see what Gladys Singh is going to do. Now, if Lowenfield gets suspended, it move on to Roxanne Myers. Let me see if you, Roxanne, is going to try to thief. So we can put you in fucking jail too. Let me see if you can try to thief too. Let them boost you up too. You hear? Let the APNU, well, let the PNC, because from the time them is jackass, they can't, you know, saying. Let the PNC boost you up for put you in jail. Now, I sure you're thinking about Basil Williams can come and represent y'all. Basil Williams cannot win a case. No way he go. You think he qualified enough to represent y'all? Next, you try to thief. Jacob is not going to accept no report other than the report from the recount. And they're going to put PPP as the winner of the election. Then the APNU AFC, aka PNC, is going to be out of power. So which one of them can take the personal money to hire an expensive lawyer to represent you in court? Ask the question before you try thief. Ask them which one of them can take the personal money to hire a professional lawyer to represent you in court. Because they can't use the state money like what they use it now. Right? And let me see what will happen then. Good? So, Mr. Jones, you don't come out there and bring these kind of stupidness people trying to tell you. Well, these people telling you to come out there and say. And you just come out there saying them without thinking it over. Right? You have to think if what they're telling you to come and say, if you think that could fool anybody before you come and say it. Just don't come out there running wild like a donkey and sit down and talk what I tell you. And you ain't thinking because it's your name going down as a jackass. That you know what you're saying. That you're trying to spread hate. You're trying to confuse the people, mislead the people. Your name going there, not them. So first, when I tell you, hey, go out and say this, you have to think it over for yourself. And see if you could fool anybody with it. Or first think it over, see if they can fool you with it. Well, sorry, but they already fool you with it. That's why you could come out there and say it. But think it over if they can fool anybody else who got sense. Not you, left you out. Anybody else who have sense, if the same thing could fool them. Before you come out there and say it. Like we don't know what went on. That anything you come out and say, we don't know what went on. You come out and talk the whole story. The whole story. Not just a piece to mislead people. Come out there and start the whole story. As to yes, they agree for the observation report. And when we objecting to the name, only the APNU AFC clients and the GCOM staffs could see the take off if these people vote, and what is the reason make nobody else going to see it. Tell the people that. Tell your supporters them that. Tell them what is the reason make nobody else going to see the tick except them two alone. That these people out of the country. Tell your supporters them why the police, the head of the police and the APNU AFC did not go out and find these people who come on social media and said I was in the country when you claimed it out. Just to clear your name and prove a point that you are talking the truth and the PPP lying. Explain to your supporters them why that didn't happen. Why the commissioner of police didn't send a policeman to look for one of them person there just to clear his name. Just to clear his name. Just for clarity, that's all. Go and find one of them, bring them to the commissioner of police, video them and ask them the question. And here, if they take pay, if they get fooled, if they get intimidated in saying what they say. Or if it's fact that the list where you are sent was just on a wild goose chase. Because the world see already that it was a fishing expedition. Right now, you can't throw bait for catch a fucking corass and expect to catch a shark. Right? If you throw bait for catch a corass, it's a corass you're gonna catch. You can't catch a shark with that. So that little stupid thing where you're trying to pull there cannot fool nobody. You understand? It cannot fool nobody. The whole world knows a fishing expedition already. Good, so y'all don't come out there and try to tell y'all supporters what y'all think y'all can fool them with. Because y'all can't fool nobody else with them. Only them y'all can fool with them kind of stupidness. Right? Now, except for you. You call somebody when they give these things to come out and say, call somebody and explain to them and see if you can fool them. Because you don't get fooled already. See if you can fool somebody else with them before you come out and put them out there. Alright? Don't bring no bullshit to nobody and believe that people don't know what went on. That you can bring out a piece of story and believe that nobody understand what the rest of the story was. No, we above that. You are lying all the time. So you can none of the lies you come and put out there, or none of the allegations you come and put forward, and we are not willing and able to expose them. None, not one. Anything you are bringing up, we can expose it because you are lying, and we know what is the truth and what is fact. Anything, right? No, up to now, I ain't seen none of the APNU AFC ministers or associates, representatives, nobody from the camp. Nobody go on a live coverage with somebody from the opposition. Where you are hiding? Where you are frightened? Where you are running from? Y'all get frightened to get exposed because them people they can ask you all the question and them people can answer the question for y'all when y'all trying to lie. That's why y'all running from not doing it. Come out on national TV, man. Come out on social media on a one-to-one. One from AP and UFC, one from PPP. And y'all trash it out till we see. And they're going to show Christopher Jones. That is going to show the world who lying and who are not lying and clear up the whole matter. And if it comes out that the PPP lying, then the AP and UAFC have a right to win the election. Because the PPP lying. Yeah, come out and expose them. Don't come out there and try to lie to people by yourself. When nobody can question you. When nobody can expose the truth or what the matter is saying. Don't do that. You got a program every day. 3-4 times a day in the program. Call somebody from the PPP. Let us sit down alongside you. And you and them debate. You and them trash the matters. Let the public see. Why you are running from that? Call Yog Mahario. Go up on room 592. One of y'all. And one of them. You didn't even have to go in person. Just go up on your Skype. And let me trash the matter out. Y'all sitting over there and trying to lie to y'all supporters. And y'all didn't want to go and face the fact. That's why nobody want to do it. Nobody want to do it. I see a program last night with Nandalal and next man from CNC with Hema Ramkisoon or something she named. So she call the AP and UFC and y'all confirm that one y'all gonna be on the program. And when the program starts, nobody answering the phone. Because y'all see Nandalal there. Nobody want to answer the phone. I tell you, when y'all confirm y'all can go on the program. No, the lady there now, I don't know what kind of program these people escape because Nandalal cannot finish nothing the man want to say. The man trying to make a punch, you cut it off. Come on again, trying to make a punch, you cut it off. It makes sense people go on your program, yes. If they cannot demonstrate what they got to demonstrate up there. You call them up there for asking a question. When they're trying to answer the question, you cut them off. What kind of stupidness is them thing there? What sense them thing they make? Anyway, everybody, I have to go. So, please stay safe. Stay away from Rona. Enjoy your weekend. Today is Saturday. We have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 4 days left. Continue to prepare yourself. continue to prepare yourself. If something is to happen, you are ready to defend yourself. Right? You have 4 days. Well, say 3 because Wednesday can be Wednesday afternoon, so you can still say 4. 4 days. Continue to prepare yourself. For the PNC supporters, then, go out there, protest, demonstrate what you're trying to obtain. No violence. No violence. If a violence starts, you cannot obtain nothing. I mean, your whole protest, for who really go out to protest for something, the whole protest will demolish, and you would not get nothing out of it. You understand? No violence. Go there and demonstrate what you want to demonstrate in your protest. That is your rights. You have every right to do that. Okay? No violence. Okay, everybody, that's it. Enjoy your weekend. See you in the next video. Please, please, please subscribe. Who in subscribe already? Please subscribe now. Thank you very much. God bless Guyana.